Well, folks, let me get this out of the way here. I don't know where to begin with the news today, man. It just doesn't look good. I went to town today, and everybody was talking about $5 a gallon gas. Apparently, the people are awake now. They are right now, overnight, gas went from $3 to $6 a gallon. Of course, I've seen that writing on the wall when Iran jumped into it and shut down all the oil coming out of the Gulf. Now, NATO well, they say they're stepping in, but every one of the NATO countries had been downgrading their militaries because of the debt situation. If you remember, I think Britain got rid of. Britain doesn't even have an aircraft carrier anymore, which may lead into some other stuff. But anyway, so Britain's Navy, Army downgraded. Most all the Europeans have gotten rid of most all their armies. Nobody's prepared for what's happening right now. They couldn't help if they wanted to help us much. They're going to help. They say they're going to help, but most of them are on the way. They're sending what they can spare down there to the Persian Gulf, you know, where the oil comes from. Well, because this affects them there. We're still pretty much on our own with when it comes to Korea. Of course, Japan is letting us use their stuff, you know, so in a way Japan is helping us, but not militarily. But they're, you know, letting us use their fields and their landing strips and stuff from Japan. So we're getting some help from Japan, although none of it's not really direct military assistance from Japan. Where to begin? Where to begin? Oh, man. Like I said, the gas is the #1 thing. Of course, just came through on the news a little while ago. Y'all gonna love this. Gas rationing is back. They're printing up gas rationing cards. Each family is only going to get a ration of 25 gallons per week. I hope all you driving them big SUVs don't have to drive far. For me, 25 gallons would go quite well in that little Honda car. I could drive for several weeks on 25. But there is an exemption for agricultural use, so they're saying they may have to cut that down, but right now they're setting it at 25 gallons per week. That's not per day, folks, that's per week. That's all you get in a week. So you've got to stretch out 25 gallons. You teenagers out there used to keeping the roads hot, the end of your playtime. And besides that, if you're over 18, I got some more wonderful news for you. Selective service has been ordered under the Emergency War Powers Act to commence sending out draft cards. And of course they're saying if we can hold our own and things don't get any worse, the draft won't be necessary, but they're getting the ball in motion right now. So you will be getting a draft card within the next 2 or 3 days. You know, however long it takes them to print them up in the mail to send them out. You'll be getting them, and they're putting everything in motion now. They say it's just a security precaution, but the draft is on. And for all you equal rights women out there that love to beat the equal rights drum, I got some good news for you too. The women are going to be included in the draft this time. So women are also being drafted. How you like them apples, gals? That's what you get for running them mouths. Alright, I don't know where to think. I mean, today's news is awful, man. It is downright awful. You know, the sharks, they smell blood. Because of the economy being down, we are so far in debt. Well, I'm gonna start with what, after this came out, we have now a war on 3 fronts. Remember Hugo Chavez, the guy down there in Venezuela, where we do get a lot of our oil from here? I didn't know that Venezuela had a navy. apparently they have went into Panama and shut down the Panama Canal. They have the first lock on the Gulf side. They say they've blown it up and destroyed the Panama Canal. So there's no goods coming through Panama. And something about them going into Colombia. I don't know what that's about, but Venezuela doing something down there, and you know what? I predict that gas ration card's going to go to 10 gallons for everybody. Unless maybe you got a critical job or something that's critical to the war effort. That's gone. And besides that, a lot of our stuff comes through the Panama Canal, so only your stuff made in food in the United States is going to be here. So get ready to see those that produce that you see all the time in the grocery stores, that fresh produce. It's not going to be so plentiful in the wintertime. Alright. Alright, well, let's see. Like I said, I went to town and the banks were running, and luckily this is Friday, and they closed the banks nationwide today at noon. Everybody closed at noon. That means a lot of people that when they were supposed to get off work and go cash their checks, no check cashing. The stock market had to be closed again too today. They made it till 1 o'clock. And I'm going to get to why of that later in the news. Or China. I'm skipping ahead. Let me go ahead. Let's see what's going on first. Well, there's some good news. We're stopped the advance in North Korea, and we're pushing the North Korean army back up toward the 38th parallel. So we're winning there, but because of China shooting down our B-1, we quit sending the B-1s so far north, apparently, and we're using Tomahawk missiles now. Well, a lot of the targets we're hitting are fairly close to the Chinese border. So China has recalled all trade with the United States and frozen all U.S. assets. I'm glad I got my coffee pot the other day. I might get the Honda car or something and take a trip to town here in a day or two just to see what's going on at the stores. You know, but I've got most everything I need here. I don't really have to go, but I'll do a recon mission. You know, I've got the radio here, but I would still like to eyeball it. You know, I can drive by the store and not really have to stop if there's anything going on. But I want to go by and eyeball what's going on here in my hometown. Well, I've heard some of the cities are already, there's a lot of people panicking. They've cleared out the grocery stores in the cities. There's panic. Today was the panic day. Last 3 days, nothing's happening. Well, when the oil's getting shut off and prices jump, you know, $3 a gallon overnight, people decided to take notice of what's going on. And then today we got Chavez down there. Of course, that news came in after they said the draft may be not necessary. They just do it in, what do you call it, an emergency thing. You know what? I bet now you're going to be drafted. And to pay for all this, because we are so heavily in debt, they've instituted an emergency $2 a gallon fuel tax. So that means, I guess tomorrow, the $6 a gallon gas is going to be $8 a gallon, just because $2 a gallon of it's going to be tax. They're calling it the emergency war tax. That's what we get for being $14 trillion in debt and then getting attacked. We're in world hurt here, folks. I don't know, the best thing to do maybe to pull our armies back from all over the world and just defend the homeland. But, you know, we're still over in Korea and we're sending troops, we're pulling out of Afghanistan. They said because of logistics, they're pulling all our troops out of Afghanistan, and they're going to put them over toward the Kuwaiti border to defend Kuwait against Iran and stuff. Oh, the Russians. Everybody wants to know, what's the Russians doing in all this? Well, they're sitting back laughing. Yeah, imagine so, because we're getting our ass handed to us. The Russians are laughing about it, but they did offer to help. They said we could evacuate our troops through the through Russia there if we needed to. They said they would grant our troops free passage to get out. Yeah, I bet they're sitting there snickering about that one. Oh gosh, what else is going on? Oh yeah, China has recalled all their trade ships. So all those, what do you call them, container ships that were on their way over here with all our little flashlights and coffee pots and your little dresses and pajamas, they're not going to get here. The store shelves will be emptying out in short order. They'll probably have to ration. Things are going to go to immediate ration. That's my prediction. You know, this is a weekend, but I predict we're going to see record low stock markets Monday, or if they even allow the stocks to open, even if they allow the banks to open. I don't know, because they closed the banks early today because people were just hammering their money out. Anyway, so we've been using things, tomahawks, and that got the Chinese even more messed up. So at least they're not coming over the border yet like they did in the previous version of the Korean War. You know, they're not coming over the border full-fledged yet, but it's still going on. There's still heavy fighting. We'll find out later. Oh, well, Israel's on our side. They just got pushed into it too because Syria decided this would be a good time to attack Israel again, because that's what the Iranians are heading toward. Because apparently the Iranians were trying to send some planes over that never made it. The Iranian planes got shot down before they got to Israel, but Syria decided this would be a good time to hammer on Israel because we're not able to help Israel. So there's a war going on over there now. It's turned hot over there in the Middle East. We got two wars in the Middle East, one in the Asia, and a little one going on there with Chavez down there in South America. They're saying the U.S. oil reserve, the reserve stuff, they're going to be held for military, commercial, and agricultural use. They will not be used for personal, for you to fill up your car. All that will be for the war effort. We're at war, folks. So all you little pampered baby-fied Californians, you fixing to have a world of shit come down on you because your party is over. Oh, today I did get to go I bypassed all that. I went straight to the co-op. You know, the farmers co-op was busy, but it wasn't like anything else I saw. I mean, I've got all my barrels full, but I figured I'd pick up another ton of feed corn because, hey, surprisingly enough, the feed corn hadn't gone up in price. It was still $6 for a 50-pound bag, so I picked up a ton, which is what I could fit in the back of my pickup truck, so I picked up a ton of corn. I mean, I have a strange feeling. I might need it. Might have to grind it up for the FEMA refugees coming by here pretty soon. But instead of hardtack, we'll have hard corn cakes, or corn dodgers. Let's see if there's any other news. Let's see. Oh, there's a ton of it coming across. It's coming across all the time, folks. This is bad. This is definitely turning into the poo hitting the fan situation faster than anybody thought it would happen. Anyway, folks, that's it. We're fighting. We now with Venezuela in, even though they are small, and they are, at least they're here on our continent. We don't have a logistic problem. Getting that Panama Canal open, it depends on how much damage was done down there. It could be months before any ships can go through the Panama Canal. That's going to put a major hurt on anything. So if you haven't got your stocks up now, you may be just SOL. You are SOL. I'm sorry, but you waited too long. You waited too long. The time has passed for preparation. It's over. Matter of fact, when I get off with you, I'm going to start trying to contact the our local militia before our comm systems start going down. I think we got a little time before that, but I think it's prudent to start contacting the people that are supposed to come over here and letting them know that they need to, if they want to start pre-positioning their equipment and stuff like that. Now's the time to get ready, pre-position your stuff. If you got a bug out location, you may want to make, if it's close enough, you may want to start bringing your stuff there now. That way, if things continue to go downhill, you'll have most of your stuff done. I would go ahead and start getting it done now, because, like I say, war on three fronts. You ain't gonna be able to get the fuel to go soon. You better get her done.